5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Pete, aka Hlspwns here, and I'm here on the sofa because, to be fair, where else would you do an Xbox One X Scorpio edition review but from the sofa? So in my previous video I asked the question, will the Xbox One X bridge the gap between a gaming PC and a console? Because I don't have a 4K display, I can't test 4K, but as I mentioned in my previous video, still the most popular resolution is 1080p, and that's my current setup. I thought I'd give the Xbox One X a bit of a road test and see if it compares to my gaming PC, which I'm also playing at 1080p resolution. So here we are at the Xbox One X dashboard, and I've just knocked something and knocked it off. So I've still got it. I've tested the machine out. I spent all of last night playing a couple of games. If I go to the games and apps, I can show you what I've been trying. I've been trying Fifa, Gears of War Judgement Day, Project Cars, Ryse, Titanfall 2, but it's only the trial, and the Turing Test. What I'll do, I'll quickly flip some games, and we won't spend a lot of time on this, just for you to get some idea of what the games actually look like. So if I fire up Gears of War Judgement, now immediately you can see we've got a really high res picture, and when I saw this I thought, wow, my god, they've really put some money into this. But then it loads up the Xbox 360 emulator, and this is an old game. It is from 2013, so the graphics aren't going to be absolutely stunning. Since then we've been spoiled with DirectX 12, and things have really moved on since this game came out. But I just wanted to highlight something I found playing it, because I played all the Gears of War series. I mean, just from that there, from the high-res image to the loading screen here, it looks dated. It's got to be said. We're just going to wait for this to load up, and I'll just quickly pick up from some of the gameplay of where I left off. So we're just going to go back into campaign, into the judgment, and we're going to continue. What I found while playing this was that although the graphics at time, well, the graphics aren't up to scratch as today's standards, well, I actually noticed the horsepower of the Xbox One X. It actually made the gameplay really speed up. actually found with the Gears of War Judgement was that although it's an old game, on the Xbox One X, the frame rate and everything seems to be much speeded up. Far faster than I remember when I played it on the Xbox 360, to be fair. Yeah, it's fluid. Playing it the other night, I did see a few little glitches. Perhaps the conversion hasn't gone quite as well. I don't remember there being glitches in the game when I played it on the 360, like the hair of one of the female characters ended up in front of her. I don't know if I caught it on the other video. If I did, we'll put it on, because she looked like Donald Trump's wig, which is quite funny. But it's improved it. The Xbox One X, I think, has improved it. Whether the Xbox One S has the same speed up and effects, I don't know, but we're talking about the Xbox One X. So I'm actually really impressed that it's taken an old game and sort of made it speed up as though it's on crack. It doesn't play that way, but I remember from playing it before, and it never felt cumbersome, but certainly that it's playing on a higher frame rate. I can tell that just by playing it. So if we go back to the menu, I'm going to load up Project Cars. Now with Project Cars, I played this on the Xbox 360 and I championed Project Cars, and one of my family members, they actually bought it, and I went round and I was appalled at how, I'm not saying how badly it played, but how badly it handled on the Xbox 360. I've got to say, again, the Xbox One X pulls all the stops out and it plays so well. It's definitely improved the frame rate and the handling of the vehicles. I mean, if we just fly through this, we'll just go on a quick free practice. I was looking for Knock Hill, but realised it's not in Project Cars 1. I'm just going to get a very... Let's do the Brands Hatch Indy. That's a very short circuit. Now, I'm really impressed in how brilliant this handles on the pad. When I played it on the 360, we had to null all the controls, really like work it down so that the car was controllable and playable. If we go on here. Now, this is something I did in the time trials the other day in one of my other videos, when we had Otis Dealey from the Gadget Show with Nicholas Hamilton, and they basically took real Mercedes out on the track. Sorry, I forgot the ring gears there. And then they raced it virtually. Ooh. Right, we're on cold tyres. Let's start again. Yeah, they basically took the real car out on the track and then tried to see if they could beat the virtual time. So on cold tyres here, we'll come up to the hairpin. Still working on my patter while we're racing. I still find that difficult. Should be easier sitting from the armchair, to be fair. It's really strange when you play this on the gamepad. It's not so loud. It's really not like on the wheel at all. Slightly overcooked it there. Let's drop it. Ooh. Shouldn't have dropped it again then. So back over the start finish. Right, let's get on the brakes now. A little early maybe. It does seem like the car's skating around a little. It's a bit better now the tyres heated up. Get that round. I mean, the sound on the Xbox One X is fantastic. I've got to give it that. It does sound good. We've overcooked it there. We're off. Let's just get back on the track. It's actually be interesting to see if I can beat my time that I actually set on the wheel on the PC. Should be braking a bit there. I noticed the track limits aren't quite as intrusive as they are on Project Cars 2. was nicely held then, if I say so myself. Whoa, whoa, slap her on. Try again. Oh, we ran out of petrol. Lovely. Across the line. How about that then? So that was Project Cars. I mean, the handling, $1,000,000% better. Whether it's linked to the Xbox One pad, Xbox One or Xbox One X pad, I don't know. But from me playing Project Cars on an Xbox 360 to this, night and day difference. Absolutely controllable. And it's pick up and play. People who said Project Cars 1 had bad pad support, get yourself an Xbox One X because it works like a charm. Right, let's exit out of this. We'll move on to the next game. It's Ryse Son of Rome. Obviously a more modern game, and more of an acid test of the Xbox One X console. A game I've played at 1440p on a PC at a friend's house, so I've seen this game looking very, very good. Just wait for it to load up. We'll just continue the campaign. This was my gameplay yesterday. I was in the auditorium throwing some spears from some ridiculous distances. Whether at the, I think we're in the arena as I remember it. Now this is something I've noticed as compared to a PC. The loading times on the console are a lot longer than a PC. Without a doubt. I mean, PC, you don't get this amount of time to load the game up. So as soon as it comes on, we'll get some action on. Very, very nice looking game. So it's loaded me back up. Let's have a look. Yeah. So we got the barbarians, and he's just shot one of the preachers. So this is me throwing spears at a ridiculously long distance. Basically should be entering the Olympics, because I cannot believe he's thrown them that far. Do we have any more? Is the question. Come on, let's have it. Okay. Oh, missed that one. Did I have some of these things think I've missed? Have it. For a quick try. Old Ronaldo there. Again, I love the game art before the game's load. I think that's pretty much, that is really cool. Loading times again.
It is time for the match. Martin Tyler here to describe it for you with my good friend Alan Smith.
Yeah, hi there Martin. Walking into the ground today, I've just got that feeling it's going to be a really good afternoon.
Queen's Park Rangers in our game today against Aston Villa. Here's an opportunity to have a good look at Aston Villa.
I don't see any reason why this team can't maintain the position that they find themselves in. They expected to be here fighting for promotion. I think they will be in the shake-up come the end.
Number 3, Jake Bidwell.
Well, this is the Queen's Park Rangers lineup.
Well, we put it up, and what looks, Alan, very defensive, but there's flexibility, isn't there, in the side?
Yeah, and I think with his shape, so much depends on the wing-backs, how much they are allowed to get forward and what they can do when they do get forward.
Washington.
The Aston Villa team for this game. John Terry plays with James Chester as the centre-backs, and a partnership with these two strikers up front.
Thank you. Enjoy today's game.
There's been a bit of sorting out to do behind the scenes here at Loftus Road, the home of Queen's Park Rangers.
Well, it's one of those grounds we always say is difficult to play at as a visitor, but perhaps it hasn't been as difficult as it should have been in recent seasons when they've been in the top flight.
Stephen Martin is the referee. First half started by Aston Villa. Here's a chance to attack. It's a free kick and that's all it is. The referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Here, it's the goalkeeper's. Washington. Good move this from Queen's Park Rangers. Crafting the through pass. He's in here. Well, what a start to the game that would have been for them, Alan. The first goal coming so early, but not quite.
Well, he's kicking himself. He can't believe he's missed from so close in too.
And that will be a throw. Glenn Whelan. Moving forward with some danger to the opposition now they're here. Goal kick now.
Well, I've got to say, this is the first time I have played FIFA since I was probably in my 20s, possibly 18. That was some time ago. And how much this game's come along now. I know this has got massive following online. There's leagues, there's YouTubers with Nissan GTRs who've made the money from this game. But I've got to say, I'm absolutely astounded how well this plays and how the commentary and match play comes in. Oh, lost it. It's something I should invest in, if I'm honest.
Strong challenge. Just read the intentions of the opposition there to make the interception. We're going to shoot from here. Praise for trying the shot, Alan.
Well, his teammates aren't too happy.
Quite an effort from that distance. Just got it too high.
Well, he was always asking a lot to keep that one on target, and the ball always going up and over the bar by some distance in the end.
I think he saw the look from the other player and saw where the pass was going and read it. This with a chance to go into the lead now. Goal kick here. Could be dangerous. And it's behind for the goal kick.
And finally, we're just going to take a quick look at the Turing Test. I started playing this last night, and it's something I'm definitely going to get for the PC. Fantastic game, starting out on a space station, not knowing what the hell's going on. You work your way down to the planet Europa, and then you're almost set challenges. It's a bit, if you've ever played Portal and the test chambers, very similar to that, but you've got like doors and things that you need to get through and open. So I'll just load this up. Again, this runs fluid, it looks good. It's actually one to invest in, this one.
Could we take a more direct way to the ground team?
Unfortunately, there is not a direct route. The base is buried under ice to protect it from the radiation of space.
Similar to the Mars base.
Similar. Europa's base is slightly deeper into the surface. There is more radiation present from solar events on Mars. But Mars's surface is denser than that of Europa.
Well, I've had the Xbox One X for 2 days now, and I've certainly got a flavour of it. So what is my review or my thoughts on the Xbox One X? First of all, let's just answer the question that I originally asked. Does it bridge the gap between a gaming PC and a console at 60 frames per second at 1080p? And my answer to that is yes and no. On the whole, it's an absolute yes. Certainly the Xbox One X's extra horsepower is giving old games revived frame rates, more fluidity, the games are flowing more, but the initial polish of some games and cutscene wow effects are quickly diminished by darker, dull, lower end graphics. Although the frame rate's up and the gameplay's up, I must admit a high to medium end gaming PC at times would still be licking the Xbox One X graphically. Now some of you may argue that point. If you want to give your opinion, please comment down below. But I honestly think playing games, similar games on both systems, the gaming PC still just edges it out, but the gap has been breached. But that led me to a deeper question. Are you only going to see the vajazzle and the wow factor with the Xbox One X at 4K gaming? And I think that's quite possibly so. Even though the 1080p has got enhanced gameplay, enhanced frames per second, enhanced fluidity to older games, I think that real wow factor is going to come in at 4K. So if you owned an Xbox One S, would this be an upgrade path for you? I'm not sure. If you owned an Xbox 360, I think an Xbox One X would be a no-brainer. But on the other hand, to throw even more contradiction and scenarios into this, I was thinking about this. If you owned a gaming PC, would you buy an Xbox One X? And my personal opinion is No, you wouldn't. This is my issue. Gaming PC does so much more than just gaming. If you're a content creator, you can create content, you can record your games, you can have webcams going, very many different sources, you can edit, you can do it. You could do anything with a PC. Switching over to the console made me personally feel very limited, almost like it's a games media console and that's it. I can't do anything else with it. If you've never touched a gaming PC, then the Xbox One X is bringing you pretty much on par graphically, frames per second wise, absolutely, at 1080p. So given that, I give the Xbox One X a thumbs up. It's a given, it's an absolute step forward. But the trouble is, technology does not stop still. And you honestly will find that the next generation of PC graphics cards, I think, will take the PC up another level again. And this gap that was bridged may distance slightly, just slightly. I honestly think the Xbox One X has done a good job. The interface is a little strange for me, because I'm still coming from a 360. But overall, I must say my excitement and the level has been slightly pulled back. It's not quite had the wow factor that I expected it to have. The loading times are far longer than the PC. I see that as a drawback. Another thing that I was slightly annoyed at, on a PC I can use software or hardware to record, game capture and add webcams. I can stop it, I can then go on to play a Blu-ray game, Blu-ray film or disc. I can do as I please. On the Xbox One X, when I tried to play a Blu-ray disc, because I've got it going through my Elgato HD 60 game capture device, it wouldn't play the Blu-ray disc, as I'm about to show in the background. Now, to be honest, that is a pain. The fact that I'm going to have to swap about HDMI cables just so I can play a Blu-ray disc. PC trumps that. You don't ever have that trouble. Minor, you know, argument in the point of fact, but something I found a little frustrating. All said and done then, I'm absolutely chuffed, and I must thank you know who you are for the loan of the Xbox One X Project Scorpio edition. I'm so pleased I got to bring it to the channel. It's not as advanced forward as I thought it would be, but that's because I'm running a fairly decent PC. But I'd still give it a thumbs up. I'm not about to switch back to Xbox, unfortunately. I'm sticking with the gaming PC because with wireless VR coming forward, that's where I want to invest my money. And on the price, I've got to say, and I've got to be fair to Xbox, at £450, if you don't have a lot of money to invest, if you don't have the technical knowledge, it's probably one of the better investments. But sorry, I'm still with the PC. I hope you've enjoyed this video. As I say, please give me a thumbs up if you thought it was good. Give me a thumbs down if you thought it was crap. Please subscribe to the channel. The more subscribers we can get, the better content and the better sponsored goods I can bring to you. And if you completely disagree with anything I've just said, put it in the comments. Let's have a debate about it. Thank you very much for watching, and good night.